nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My pleasure to introduce you to the Garden City Educational Leadership Academy. These teachers have committed to a 2-year program through K-State to, at the end of the 2 years, they will receive their master's degrees. And they've committed to a lot of different things here because this is a different kind of a program. This is going to be a spiral curriculum, it's going to be integrated, and it's going to be relevant to things that will give them leadership opportunities. It's also going to allow them to do some things in the district to help us as far as some of the things that they're going to be allowed to do. So I'm going to let them tell you who they are and where they teach.
I am Sarah Harris, and I teach at Victor Nallis, 3rd grade.
I'm Clint Borton. I teach 8th grade U.S. history at Kenneth Henderson.
I'm Amanda Wilkinson. I teach 6th grade self-contained at Liberty 6.
I'm Allie Amos. I teach 2nd grade at AP Bird.
I'm Adriana Caro. I teach 8th grade ELA at Horace Gibb.
I'm Sarah Gear. I teach at Garfield Early Childhood Center, ELF.
I'm Rachel Chapman. I teach special ed 5th grade at Charleston.
And I'm Christine Neeb. I teach at Kenneth Henderson, Reading Intervention.
Okay, we have 11 people in the program, and we just got started. We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago. We had our second meeting in Salina on Saturday. What I forgot to tell you is that this is part of a cohort with Dodge City. They have 12 members in their cohort, so it's been a learning experience so far, and we're just very excited to get started. So thank you for supporting us.
Any questions? Well, we really appreciate your commitment to doing this because we're very much interested in trying to promote professional development for the teachers. And this is a really good opportunity for both the teachers and for the district to have this program. So thank you very much.
Can I add too, be proud of this and tell your students about this because I think it's really important that our students know that we're going to be life learners and they will be too. So I think that's a great opportunity that you're doing it. Let's celebrate it and be proud of it and talk about it a lot so those kiddos know that they're going to be life learners too. So that's great. Good job.
Madam President, I might just mention, one of the things that work's done with this recognition time in the past is to recognize students and occasionally staff. But here this year, I want to kind of shine a little bit of light on our teachers that are doing leadership kind of activities. And I think Leanne mentioned that this master's degree will really license that would allow you to be an administrator. This program doesn't guarantee that. If the people that complete this program want to become a building principal, there's, I think, 2 more classes that they have to take when they're done with the master's degree. The idea here is a little less about licensing and certifications, and it's more about the skills necessary to function as a leader, no matter what your title is in that school. And so it's really exciting that these folks are jumping into this, and we're going to get to create some authentic experiences for them to practice leadership skills in the district as part of this program. So really hats off to them for what they're doing.
We need to keep the leaders in the classroom too. They don't all, go on up. I mean, we've got to let these kids, rub elbows with these leaders working right next to them. So I think it's awesome.
At this point, it looks like we'll move on to background elementary school.
I'll get it for you.
All right, well, we're waiting on that to warm up. We'll go ahead and get started. It's nothing fancy, it's just sort of to help us stay in order here. So, as you can see, we brought several staff members with us this evening. We're just going to talk to you about some things going on in our school, just to kind of highlight some of the great things happening. I feel like the teachers are the ones that are doing the work, and they're the ones that deserve the glory. So I did ask some of them to present on different areas that they are part of. And so with that said, I'll go ahead and we'll get started, and I'll turn it over to them. I would mention that we have a couple of students that came with us tonight, Ashley and Danica, and their parents are back there filming. Their time in the spotlight here. So we also have a couple of staff members and a couple of site council members. So if you 3 in the audience would stand up. Mark Russo is part of our site council, Mercedes Ramos, part of our site council, and Kathy Schaefer's staff members. So, all right.
I sponsor an after-school second grade drama club. It's available to second graders the second semester of the school year. And we work on a short play that we present to parents at the end. And doing this helps promote reading fluency and literacy. We're able to have discussions about the characters and the story plot, and overall promotes their confidence and ability to speak to others. And I have Ashley and Danica. They're going to talk about their experiences in drama club. Oh, and I'm Andy Alvarado, by the way. I teach 3rd grade. Okay. So Danica.
I like being in drama club because it was fun performing. In drama club, I was able to be creative, and I learned to be responsible to memorize my lines. Student council is a fun experience.
Not yet, not yet. And do you want to talk about some council?
Sure.
Okay, this is Tara Murphy. She helps me with after-school student council.
We co-chair, I guess, or co-sponsor student council, and our student council is made up of 2 representatives of each of our 3rd grade classes, which is we have 3 3rd grade classes this year and 3 4th grade classes, which also give us 2 representatives. Our student council members are involved in doing. We do twice weekly recycling, so they go and pick up all the recycling from throughout the entire school building. And then we do what's called Kindness Revolution, where they share the joy or appreciation of the others within the school. And our students last year also began becoming more of a responsible part in our actual school activities, be it like we have an upcoming math night in October and a trunk or treat, and our kids will be a part of that, as well as not only participating in the activities but being responsible members that the other teachers and staff can count on, and they really become leaders within our school community.
Student council is a fun experience because I get to help my school. It helps me to be responsible.
Hi, I'm Gil Correa. I'm a self-contained teacher at Alex Brown. I teach third and fourth and taught second in the past. Madam President, members of the board, and Dr. Carlin, I want to thank you for the opportunity for allowing us to speak tonight. And I'm going to talk about a newer adventure at Alex Brown. This organization has been a part of education for over 35 years. And even though we are new to this, to Odyssey of the Mind, this will be our third year participating in the actual experience. It consists of about 25 countries worldwide, including the United States, and it provides creative problem-solving. Opportunities for students from kindergarten to college. Odyssey of the Mind has been a major impetus in teaching students to learn creative problem-solving methods while generating imagination, creativity, self-motivation, and team-building skills. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to the girls again, who would like to tell you a little bit about their experiences with Odyssey of the Mind.
I enjoy being on an Odyssey of the Mind team because we get to learn how to solve hard problems. Odyssey of the Mind teaches me how to be creative and work as a team.
And last year, Danica was on a team that got second place, so she has the trophy for the team.
I am also in charge of the food drive and have been for the last 3 years. It is a fun adventure. I work with the Salvation Army, and each year we have set our goals on some pretty hefty, goals to achieve. Last year we brought in over 2,300 items from Alex Brown, and the community that we helped service was because of the students and the parents and the community that attends our school. I think it's growing bigger and bigger every year. I look for it to get bigger, and I look for Salvation Army to be taking a larger part insofar as giving back to the students when it comes to presentation and getting to know what actually happens when it happens.
Okay. Every January we have a day where we celebrate Kansas' birthday. And so during that time, we do a lot with the community. For example, we bring ropers in from the Garden City Community College, and they let the kids practice roping. We've had a lady come in who made bread with them. She was through like the Finn County Extension Office. We've had cowboy poets come in. We've had singing groups come in, musical groups, and this has been an important part of our school and shows that we try to tap into our community as much as possible.
For math, something fun that we do is we host a yearly math night. So last year we did every family that came got a folder with a bag of dice in it, and all of the games were centered around the dice so that they could then take the dice home and play the games at home with their families. And then we did an ice cream sundae. So for every game they played, they earned one thing that they named towards their ice cream sundae. And at the end, we celebrated together, and they got to enjoy that with their families. This year, we're twisting it up a bit and combining it with our trunk or treat. So they'll do similar activities. All the activities that we do are linked to Engage New York to help expose parents to the new ways of math and how their kids are learning. So this year it'll be around trunk or treat, and they'll celebrate with some pizza at the end with their family. Oh, and I'm Caitlin Bensman. I teach self-contained kindergarten.
I'm Barb Walls. I teach 3rd grade, and I help with the committee on Literacy Night. And the last couple of years, we've tried to make it a little more family-friendly. Many times we ask the families to come in the evening, and they're tired from a day at work and then running the kids around and so forth. So we decided that we would serve our families, and so the last couple of years, we've had a family-style meal where they sit down at a table, we bring the food to them. It's usually been a plate of spaghetti, salad, breadsticks, that type of thing from Golden Corral. And then we've asked members from the community college and the high school to come and present. Usually they are in the process of putting on a play at their own school, and so we're the place they practice. And they come and they show us the run through, and so we get to interact with them. They tell us a little bit about literature and what it takes to be part of the play, and our families get to relax and enjoy an evening. And also then our school nurse, Ms. Raymond, usually puts on something about health night and the healthy foods we need to eat and physical fitness and things like that. So we combine a couple of concepts with a relaxing evening, and we've had a really good reception to this.
I'm Penny Cruz. I'm the librarian at our school. And for the last few years, we've received some generous donations from the community to help update our book collection. St. Catherine Hospital is our business partner, and they have been very generous in donating money to the library. This year, we also received a sizable donation from Harvest America for a project we're doing in conjunction with Real Men, Real Leaders. So we just got those books in. And also the last couple of years, I've made an effort to get all of our students enrolled in the State of Kansas Library. The State of Kansas Library offers a lot of nice services to anyone who lives in the state of Kansas. And a couple of those, they have an online encyclopedia. They also have online research engines that the kids can use, but they also have a couple of nice book sites that are available that read books to kids. So all of the students and many of the staff members have signed up for the State of Kansas Library.
Okay, you guys have sat there long enough. You have to remember, I am a music teacher and I'm a hands-on person. Here, have a drum. Sorry, you don't get it. Here. But I will give you something special. You can be a triangle. Yeah, make sure you like hold at the top. There you go. There you go. Very good. Let's have a triangle. Sorry, I don't have all the sound shapes yet. I'm sorry. Maybe if I would put in for one of those innovation things. Okay, anyway, I also brought my other friends. We have to have Beethoven Bear and Mozart Mouse. They're part of our curriculum, and I'm looking forward. They're branching out into the keyboard realm. And so since we do keyboards at our school, we go from kindergarten on a fourth grade asked to do a recital at the end of the year. And the students can choose. Well, sure. They have to choose which instrument they're going to use for the recital. Are they going to do the keyboard or are they going to do the recorders? And we do, what is it? Recorder karate. Well, and you want us to have them? They can. Come on, Ashley. Come and help them. Oh. Before we start, can we just go through the poem, please? Just read it.
He's porridge hot, he's porridge cold. He's porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Some like it hot, some like it cold. Some like it in the pot, 9 days old. Now we talk about that all words have a rhythm to them, and we have pause, which is quarter notes, TTs, which are 8 notes, and we have our shushes, which are the rests. So, drummers, you're going to be the rhythm of the word. If you can say the rhythm of the words, you can play this thing. Don't have to worry about reading the music other than the rhythm of the words. Okay. Triangles, you are the shushes. You are the quiet places, in other words. Okay? So, here we go. Are you ready? Drummers, go. Please, porridge, hot. Whoa. Porridge. How many sounds does porridge have? Please, porridge. Yeah, there you go. Sharp. Go. No, just do it. Show it. Show them how it goes. Do it, the rhythm. You can hear it. If you're playing it right, you can hear it. Now give him the drum. Here we go. Ready? Let's go. He's porridge hot. He's porridge cold. He's porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Some like it hot. Some like it cold. Some like it in the pot, 9 days old. And it's also a bluesy type thing if you want to look at it that way. Let's give them a hand. No, don't. Well, everybody has to help. Have a place to. Thank you.
I'm Charity Sadler. I'm the school social worker at Alta Brown, probably better known as counselor, though. And Red Ribbon Week is one of the events that I kind of spearhead and help to organize with Alta Brown, although it's done with a lot of help from a lot of other staff members. Every year for Red Ribbon Week, we combine it with, follows right after it with Bullying Awareness Month and Week. And so we organize a variety of events, including but not limited to classroom lessons, whole school lessons, speakers coming in, fun activities to get people engaged, and it all ties together with the entire school student body taking a pledge to be an upstander in the fight against drugs and bullying. So hopefully that lesson will stick with them for their whole life. And I kind of wish this slide had been first, but that's okay. Some of the other counseling services that are included at Alta Brown are individual counseling, where any student is able to receive services for any reason that might interfere with their distraction or their ability to concentrate in school. Also classroom lessons and group interventions that we have going on all the time. Classroom lessons will cover a variety of domains, including academic domains, social and emotional domains, college and career readiness, as well as safety with bullying and other related topics. Intervention groups can cover a variety of topics. We kind of I kind of do a informal needs assessment with the staff. Most commonly, they cover topics such as conflict resolution, emotion regulation, social skills, self-control, those types of behaviors that might interfere with the student's potential to learn at their optimum ability. In addition to organizing a variety of speakers and events that would be whole school activities.
So So I'm also a part of our Champs Committee. In the last 2 years, we've really worked on building Champs in our building. A place where we started was with our school guidelines. And so every morning we say this chant in the gym together as an entire school after we do the pledge. So all the students are very used to hearing the term that they're on fire today. So we've set up these. We have guidelines for each part of the building that they're in, Champs expectations. And then this year we took it a step farther and added some school-wide motivation. And so students can earn an I'm on fire certificate from any staff member in the building when it's seen that they're going above and beyond expectations or really showing a great job, showing us champs. And this has been something that's really cool for me to see in my classroom. I teach self-contained kindergarten, so a lot of things are over the top of my kids' head, but this is something that they've really connected with this year. So they'll sit there and ask me when they're proud of what they're doing, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. And so to see their excitement with it has made all the work that has gone into Champs really worth it, and it really helps to add the structure into the building that they need and make sure that they know their expectations at all times.
Hi, I'm Maria Quintanar. I teach kindergarten. A couple of years ago, I decided that it would be neat to do like an end of the year fiesta type deal. I was kind of nervous because I kind of did it all by myself, so I told Julie it's either going to go really good and people are going to be pointing fingers, or we're going to have a great turnout. And luckily, we had a really good turnout. One neat thing that I feel like that we get the students involved with is that each year we let a student design the shirt. So this is last year's shirt. So each teacher allows the kids to take home a paper and they get to sketch out the drawings, and then as a PTO staff, the students vote, and I'll walk around so you guys can see it up close. Yes, this is the first year that I did it. And she was actually the artist. So we're wearing her product. And then the second year, I was on maternity leave and was kind of bummed out. It was supposed to happen and they didn't do it. But when I came back, last year we did do it. And this was last year's Fiesta t-shirt. So it's kind of a neat thing. The kids create it, and then parents or staff members and students get to wear it that day. So it's kind of a neat thing. A couple of other things that we do. Last year, a new thing that I did, I had the Fiesta King and Queen. And they were actually both from my class. But that is because teachers had to push it, so I promoted it, and it wasn't my fault that both of my students won. It was the audience chose, they applauded and stuff, and I thought it was really neat because they were both really authentic. And this is actually Christian Mercedes' son. He was our king, and then Jimena, she was our queen. But a lot of other different things. I start planning this back in January. And I like to get a lot of donations, so I go around and go to all the Mexican stores, Sam's, Dillard's, Dillon's, I'm sorry. And then I get donations, and they ask, what can I give? I'm like, whatever you're willing to donate. So a lot of this stuff, obviously from like the Mexican restaurants, we use our food for the actual evening, but a lot of places will donate like gift cards, and we raffle them off, so we also have raffles. We also have silent auction, which went really great this past year. Each grade level puts a silent auction basket together, and all the money goes back to the PTO. We also have different arts and crafts for the kids to do, and I like to get the Garden City Community College involved. They come and volunteer, run the events, and also the high school. The AVID program has been really great and has been sending a whole bunch of students, just so that way the families have time to go walk around with their children and enjoy it. And we also have piñatas, of course, and the kids break them and they go crazy. We had a dance off the first year. I should have put it on the slide. Julie was really getting into it. She was liking it. Because I also get a DJ for the students. This past year we had our secretary, her husband, Rosie, he actually just volunteered and DJ'd for us. A couple years back we had another guy and he didn't charge us. But it's something for the kids to look forward to, and since our building, there are a lot of Hispanics. It's kind of nice to get them all, together on one night. I just really have enjoyed it, and I plan to continue to do it. And I believe that is all. So, yeah.
I'm Jill Sowers, and I teach science at Alta Brown, and I'm on the PTO as a staff member and as a parent this year. PTO is very busy, and we're growing. We're going to do our first 5K and 1 mile benefit run for Lucas. He is a new addition to one of our Alta Brown families. He was born in the spring with Down syndrome, so we're hoping to raise some money to help with Dr. bills. He's going to have a heart surgery here soon, and it'll also provide students with a good way to exercise, and hopefully parents and kids will get together.
And I'm Danica Kitch, and I teach special education resource, K4 at Alta Brown. And just some other things is we're going to do another new event called the Father-Daughter Dance. That's going to be brand new. We're going to do it around Valentine's Day. So, and we are keeping Roy Cessna in the loop of everything that's going on. So be watching the calendar. If there's anything that you guys want to come participate with us, feel welcome. We also collect box tops, and that was something new just a couple of years ago that we really started back up, and we were the second leading school in our district last year. That's right.
All right, so just in closing, I just want to reiterate what Mr. Perea said. We really would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak to you. It's a great opportunity to share what we're doing at our building. As I sit here and I listen to everything, you put it all together, but until you hear all the different pieces and all the different people, it just gives me such a proud feeling to know that we're doing so many great things. And so in closure, our theme this year was an Olympic theme, and so at the beginning of the year, Tara, would you step forward? Each of our staff members, PTO, got them a Dream Team t-shirt, and we took everybody's picture, and this is just a picture of the bulletin board that's in our hallway.
I have to oh, I'm walking.
But the point is, I truly feel like we have a dream team at Alta Brown. I truly feel like we work together very well, and that we get a lot accomplished throughout the year, as you can see from everything that everybody has mentioned. So once again, thank you for everything and for allowing us to talk to you tonight.
Anyone have any questions? We appreciate it. It's amazing the amount of different activities that you have in addition to just teaching the students. So I'm sure you're busy every day with one or another of these activities. That's amazing. Great opportunities for the students. And we're so impressed with the two of you that you are involved in so many things in your school. I know you're going to do great things in the future. So would you come over here and check out
Actually, proud alumni. Yeah, I'm actually not supposed to. I'm supposed to cheers. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you.